What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave. Welcome into my little slice of heaven of YouTube on a hot, musty ass night here in Germany. It's midnight and I'm still hot. What the hell? Oh my god, I'm sweating here, and I sweat easy. I'm fat, but I'm sweating for other reasons as well, because it has been a heavy, busy day in the world of wrestling, and in the world of WWE more specifically. And you know what? All of wrestling, because this is going to impact some people more than others. Look, I was not going to do Dead on Dave live until 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That was not, that was the plan. But as these releases, as Black Friday took place and everybody started getting ousted, and the numbers went from 2 to 3 to now to 8, and then there's this looming rumor that there is a big top star that is also going to be joining the ranks of the now unemployed, the future endeavored. I had to come on and track this with you guys, hang out with you, talk about, react to all of the releases, and to see if the last name drops anytime soon. I first read the rumor about 3 hours ago. It said it could be released anytime. The rumors have been run rampant. A lot of people are assuming it's Ryback. I guess that makes sense, but is he a top guy? The name that is really being thrown around, and it's kind of already been debunked, so I don't even know if saying it should make a lot of sense, but one name that keeps getting thrown out there is Randy Orton's, because of some weird thing with his profile picture being removed from WWE, and now it's been put back on WWE, but apparently there was some talk about him not physically being able to wrestle anymore, and possibly him being announced retirement, released, whatever, today as well. So there's so much to talk about and so much yet to possibly happen. So I'm going to hang out here with you guys, man. We're going to hang out. We're going to watch. We're going to see what happens. We're also going to talk about the 8 superstars who have already been released. And I'm going to tell you why I think every single one of them, yes, every single one of them makes sense. Now, you might not agree with some of the names. You're like, oh, well, what if they would have? We're not talking about what if they would have. We're talking about why they got released, and because of their current circumstances within the WWE, and why it made sense. That's what I'm going to get into. We're going to get through all of the names. I'm pretty excited about it, man. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to get to. We're also going to take all of your questions, your comments, your concerns, your quips, your quopes, your hopes, your dreams. And if we get the donations going, maybe I'll even eat that habanero pepper that I didn't eat this morning. I ate the other peppers, but if we get enough donations in today throughout the course of the show, we could go an hour, we could go 2 hours, we can go 3 hours. But if we get donations to support Dead on Dave Productions, the fat man will eat a pepper for you at the end of the show, for your entertainment. For some reason, you guys like seeing me eat peppers. Well, all right. So there you go. Make sure you like this video at the very least. Hit the like button. Big shout out to everybody in the channel, in the chat. Terry Snow Queen rocking the moderation. Joseph Blunt, Carl Gibney, Joe Martin, everybody else. What's going on? All right. Let's not gild the lily, man. Let's get into it. Let's get to the ones that make the most sense. Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle makes a lot of sense. He's not doing anything. He's not serving any of importance. And this new shift of where WWE is going, there's no need to have him around on the roster anymore. There's certainly no point of having him a paid employee anymore. Look, it is what it is. He served the purpose. He was in some high-profile gimmicks, scenarios. I mean, he's worked with the man himself, Vince McMahon. So, he's a cruiserweight champion, for Christ's sake. I think the final cruiserweight champion, because him holding it killed it. So, I mean, there's all these things that you look at and you're like, okay, well, his career's not that bad when you look at it. Not that bad when you think about it. Hornswoggle had himself a nice run, man. He worked with DX. He worked with Vince McMahon. He worked with everybody. And, it is what it is. He's also had some drug problems. There's a great video of him being drunk off his ass and falling down at somebody's wedding. Hilarious. Maybe not hilarious. Is it wrong to laugh at a midget falling downstairs? I guess so. But I don't care, because that shit's funny. That shit's funny. I don't care. But he's not the only fun-sized wrestler to be released. El Torito, his rival, is also released. So they're getting out of the midget business. WWE is officially out of the fun-sized wrestler business. They're done with it. It's over. It's finished. Goodbye. El Torito with no more, what's their names? Los Matadores. There's no point in having El Torito. The bull's gone. No more bull fighters, even though they didn't fight that fucking bull. It would have been much more entertaining had they fought the bull, but they never did. Except at the end where they smacked him around. So El Torito's gone. Really can't say too much about El Torito. He had a run. He made a lot of bigger wrestlers look stupid. There you go. So he's gone as well. I said before that Hornswoggle made the most sense. Actually, that's Santino Marella. Santino Marella makes most sense because he's been retired since 2014. You know? He got retired in 2014. He's showed up. He was on an episode of Swerved, stuff like that. But Santino's been done for a long time. And there's another guy who had a hell of a career for what he was. Say what you want about Santino, but he got great reactions every time he came out. People liked him, and I can't even understand why. They liked the stupid Cobra. Hell, he killed Emma's career. He had a great moment with Umaga. He had a decent little career. I mean, he also had great run with Maria. Maria Kanellis, Mrs. Bennett, the first lady of wrestling. Yes, they had a good run together. They actually had a run-in with Stone Cold Steve Austin about the condemned Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, he got beer bathed by Stone Cold, him and Maria, if I remember. So, I mean, all of these things, I mean, Santino didn't have a bad career, man. I mean, when you think about it, didn't have a bad career. So, Santino also gone. Another easy one, Zeb Coulter. Simply nothing more for Zeb to do. Dutch Mantel, longtime guy in this business, been around forever. He served a purpose, man. He helped get Swagger to a level, and it's not his fault that Swagger decided to, he was going to win the WWE Championship, but then he got high. He was going to win the title belt, but then he got high. He also went drink and drive, and I don't know why. Why, man? Because he got high. Because he got high. La da 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 da. I had to finish it. All right, so yeah, he did what he could with him. He also had a good moment when he brought back Alberto Del Rio. But other than that, Zebby is Zebby. You know, what are you going to do? He was controversial. They didn't use him enough. I think that was a big problem of him. So that is what it is. He was gone. So he made sense. Why I continue to pay him. He made a lot of sense. Another one that made absolute sense to me, Cameron, because she's whining all the time. She's horrible. This is the woman who tried to pin somebody on their stomach. And this was after she was in the company for like a couple of fucking years. You know? Couple of years. She tried to pin somebody on their stomach. What do you want out of Cameron? I mean, she complained and whined. She made Total Divas almost completely unwatchable. She has one of the most repugnant catchphrases of all time. Goodbye. Well, girl, bye. Bye-bye. I want to make something really clear. I am not celebrating any of these releases. Any wrestler losing their job sucks. It sucks. But it is for the best in a lot of situations. So I just want to put that out there. We're gonna poke some fun. We're gonna bust little balls. But there is nothing malicious here because it's not cool for wrestlers to be losing their jobs. But I mean, this is just the world that we live in. So it is what it is. So Cameron needed to go. Girl, bye. All that being said, girl, bye. All that being said. So those are the ones that made complete sense. Santino, Cameron, Hornswoggle, El Torito, Zeb Coulter. Those are the ones that I don't think anybody will have a problem with. Anybody will have a problem with those. Alex Riley's an interesting one. Alex has had ridiculous problems staying healthy. but he's a good worker. He's got a good look to him. He's intense. I like Alex Riley, and he's going to have a good match next week on NXT. So this kind of came out of nowhere. You can tell because they put him in there with Shinsuke Nakamura. That's a hell of a goodbye, right? That's a hell of a goodbye present. Get your face kicked in. Holy shit. So, you know, it is what it is with him. I don't know why. A-Rye. And look, that's the thing. During the time that he was hurt, Alex Riley was a commentator. He did a great job on commentary. Fantastic job. Why not keep him around in that capacity? He was doing a good job in NXT. The pre-shows, he was doing a really good job. I really liked him, man. I like A-Rye, and I hope that he lands on his feet somewhere. And it's all about staying healthy, I think, for him. If he's able to stay healthy, he's going to have a career somewhere. Is he ever going to be a mainstream champion? Probably not. I don't think he is the right guy for it because he is a little weird and he doesn't have as good as mic skills as you'd like. And he's not a superb in-ring guy to kind of offset his other weird quirks. So, and he kind of comes off as a difficult person to work with. You know, he kind of has a chip on his shoulder. Maybe it was because all the time that he ran with The Miz. I don't know. This one was a little perplexing to me because I felt like he had more time, but that's just me. So I'm not sure. Matt Ernie says, Dave, I thought Santino was planning on retiring anyway. Well, according to him, he retired in 2014. So, you know, he's already retired. I think this is just a formality. He probably had another year on his contract. WWE decided to buy him out. And a lot of these are buyout situations, I have a feeling, you know? So don't try to overthink some of these. He was already retired with Santino, so they just bought him out. That's more than likely. So we got A-Rye out of the way. So now it's just the final two, that the most debated, the ones that are being talked about the most today. First, we're going to go to Barrett because that one was the most obvious. We knew Barrett was leaving. He announced he was leaving. I don't think there was any questions about that. I think it's good that WWE negotiated an early out for him. They had no more use for him. They weren't going to use him anymore. This one is probably the biggest potential blow. I know we're going to talk about the Sandow thing in a second because people are still deluded in thinking that Sandow could have been a big star. I'm going to tell you exactly why it was never going to happen in a moment. But first, Barrett. Barrett had the look, the presence, the mic skills, everything that you could possibly want out of a wrestler. I don't know. It's every time that this guy got hot, every time that they got him going, every time that he'd win the King of the Ring or he'd win an Intercontinental Championship, something. It just seems like he got cooled off and there was just no way of getting him back going. It's just like, and even his crowd reactions, they would wane and go high and go low. You know, it was very weird. It was unfortunate. When he won the King of the Ring, I really thought something bigger was happening. I think a lot of people did. And then quickly, they put the foot on him. And it makes you wonder why. I don't think they're doing it just for fun. I'm wondering if there's health issues that we don't know about. I'm wondering if there's backstage issues that will never come to the light of day. We never know. And that's the thing. I have a hard time believing that anybody in any position would just go, fuck him. You know, most of the time, now people can call this petty or not, but if you ever run in the backstage with somebody who's high up enough, it could end your career. Just like anywhere in employment. If you're working at Taco Bell and your boss tells you to get you a coffee and you stick your finger in your nose and you fucking swirl around in his coffee and he sees you do it, you probably won't be fucking promoted. More than likely. So there's so many reasons why Barrett could not have worked. I can't give you the absolute reason why it didn't happen. They misused him a lot. But every time that he did get going, an injury did happen. And that is something that will cool you off quickly in the WWE. If you have serious injuries, it will kill your shit. Ask Dolph Ziggler. Ask Dolph Ziggler. One of the greatest reactions I've ever seen to a Money in the Bank cash-in, a title victory, was Dolph Ziggler over Alberto Del Rio. His injuries fucked it completely. And, you know, it is what it is. It is what it wouldn't surprise me if Ziggler's the other guy. That wouldn't surprise me. We'll see. So goodbye to Mr. Barrett. I don't know if he's going to continue wrestling right away. He says he's going to take a break. I'm sure he'll pop up somewhere. I don't know if he's going to be a huge star in TNA. I have no idea. I'm assuming that's where he'll go. They're going to throw some money at him. They're going to, I guess, borrow money to throw at him. I don't know. He could show up on Lucha, but they're already filming season 4, so that means he won't show up till season 5 or 6 or I have no idea how the hell they're doing there. So there's so many things that could have happened. But look, there are many different ways of looking at what a wrestler is able to bring to the table, and Barrett had virtually every single one of them. Let's talk about the final guy, the most controversial, the one everybody seems to want to rally behind, Damien Sandow. Now, look, I like Damien Sandow. I liked his original gimmick. He got cooled quite a few times. His reactions died down, and people want to forget that. People want to forget that nobody cared about him and Cody Rhodes. Nobody cared about him winning the Money in the Bank. Nobody cared. Nobody gave a shit. Most people felt that oh God, I totally forgot where. Oh yeah. Most people thought that whole "you're welcome" thing was fucking annoying because it was, because it was annoying. And then yes, he went through different iterations. Look, say what you want about Mizdow. It was funny. It was interesting. It was crazy. It did get over. But I don't know, without the Miz and without that whole thing, how long would it have lasted? Well, they tried to keep him going. They went with weirdness and became Macho Mandow, and it didn't fucking work. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. So now going back to Damien Sandow and his original gimmick, they didn't really give him a lot of TV time, and the little TV time he didn't get huge reactions. He was trying to go on social media to get people going into the free Sandow or get Sandow more TV time. Kill just said one of the most ignorant things. David doesn't care about Sandow because he doesn't do flips in the ring. I'm not a flip guy. I don't even like flip guys most of the time. My perfect wrestling world would be bigger guys, dickhead. I like the bigger wrestlers. I appreciate all facets of wrestling, and I'm a huge proponent of Damien Sandow. I just happen to look at things fucking fairly. I'm not a goddamn fanboy. Oh, Damien Sandow, they dropped the ball. Yes, partially they did. Absolutely. They absolutely could have. Done more with him. I would have liked to have seen more done with him. But for whatever reason, they decided there was nothing more they could do with him. And instead of continuing to have him drag out on the roster, you release him, you let him go a separate way. Maybe he can go get something going. You never know, right? It's unfortunate that that these releases had to happen. But I got to be honest, I like Damien Sandow, and I'd like to see him go reinvent himself on the independent circuit and then shove it up WWE's ass. If he's good, and as over as everybody wants to claim he is, then he is going to go out and he's going to take over the independent circuit, and WWE is going to be knocking on his goddamn door. I wouldn't bet your money on that. I wouldn't bet your hard-earned rupees on that, okay? I'm just saying, save your Bitcoins because I got a feeling it ain't going to happen. Look, he's 33 years old, so he's not super old or anything. He still has time. But I don't know. There's something about him. That I think it's... Some people gives a shit. Some people don't. I don't know. He could be entertaining at times, and then he couldn't be entertaining at times to me. Look, here's the thing about Damien Sandow. It's not like every time I saw him, and I don't think anybody can say this, was like, oh, he's so amazing. Not every single time. He had some great stuff, but there was a lot of bad. And honestly, you can make the argument that he probably should have been released before The Miz the Mizdow shit. But he wasn't. He stuck around. He almost got something going, and then boom. Boom. So we'll see what happens with him, and hopefully he'll be able to land on his feet and do something great, and then maybe the WWE will come calling again. Maybe the same thing with, oh my God, Kyo 310 Kyo always says ignorant shit. Mizdow was more over than AJ Styles is now. Are you insane? Oh my, nobody was banging down the door to fucking buy Mizdow's fucking theme music. Nobody was buying the Mizdow. I can't believe that someone just said that XLT Live, Too Tall's here. Holy shit, XLT Live podcast own Too Tall. And even he said Mizdow was more over than AJ, LOL. I know, Too Tall. I know. This is the shit I got to deal with from people like Kyo 310. This is what your boy has to deal with. I have to hear that shit. Can you believe that? Fucking craziness. Delirium fucking world. Look, like I said, I really, really like Damien Sandow. But this was a necessary move. You got to clear house a little bit. There's a lot of guys in NXT that are coming up. I think they're making room for a lot of the other, maybe some of these TNA guys. I'm a little cringy there. I'm a little cringy there. I don't know. Look, there is an ass for every seat in the WWE. You know, everybody has a place. You can do a whole bunch of different things. And there's going to be a spot for you. There was a spot for Santino Marella. There was a spot. Believe it or not, there was a spot. And XLT Live Podcast, very own Too Tall is going into him now. He goes, okay, go watch AJ Styles debut. Then watch Mizdow debut. And let's compare crowd reactions. Mizdow was over because the time WWE fans wanted him over Miz. Miz helped Mizdow be over. 100% agree. 100% correct. Correct. I can't even believe that we're having that conversation. I can't even believe that we're having that conversation. Sandow, look, for one, Sandow as Sandow didn't get shit for reactions. As Mizdow, which, by the way, was not ever going to be a long-standing gimmick. There's no way that gimmick would have brought him to the mountaintop and Mizdow was going to be the world heavyweight champion. That was never happening, okay? That gimmick, just like Little Jimmy, just like a lot of the other fads, Santino Marella's Power Walk, they were going to go away. They were going to go away. They were starting to go away. It's just, there are different types of reactions. There's cheap heat, there's good heat, there's honest heat, and there's dishonest heat. And heat, both good and bad. It's just, I don't know. He got reactions. He got reactions. There's no question about that. But was it sustainable? Was the Mizdow character sustainable? Because when they did try to go somewhere else, it didn't work. It didn't work. So what are you going to do? Joe Martin says, Dave, you have a birthday coming up. I do have a birthday coming up in 2 weeks. May 21st. I turned 33 years old. The big 3-3s. So, you know what the funny thing is? Back then when the Mizdow segments were really hot, we weren't talking about something that we are talking about now, which is the volume being fucked with. Back then, if you go back, the volume wasn't fucked with. Now the volume's fucked with all the time. And maybe that's a cop-out, but it's true. It's true. They mess with that volume now. Too Tall says you rarely hear it because Roman's boos overpower. That's true. That's true. I mean, oh my goodness, if the Lord came back and said, hey, I got something to tell you guys, and Roman was anywhere in your vicinity, we would miss God's fucking announcement because of Roman Reigns' boos. There's The Rock got booed because of Roman Reigns. That's what, can you believe that shit? Too Tall, happy 107th, hashtag old man Dave. That's right. Oh, you whippersnappers. You fucking young bucks. Everyone making me look bad because you're all so young and handsome. Look at you with your muscly arms. Get your fat ass back here. By the way, we are taking your calls live on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura, and of course the number 702-751-2902. I forgot my number. Yes, 702-751-2902. Old man Dave struck again. Holy shit, self-fulfilling prophecy. I can't even get mad when that shit happens to me. Holy God. What are you gonna do? You just gotta grin and bear it sometimes. Grin and bear it. That's funny because I'm typing in Wade Barrett right now. That's funny. We were talking about Wade Barrett earlier. I kind of want to go back to it because I'm looking at some of the ages. Like I said, Sandow, whatever, was 33. Wade Barrett's 35. So that's probably one of the reasons why they had absolutely no problem with getting rid of him at this point in time. Because, boom, what are you going to do? Get rid of him. He's old. He's unhappy. His time was and he's injury prone. Lots of injuries, copious amounts of injuries. So, all those reasons, it all led up to it. Joe Martin did call in, and then he left quickly. He got scared, apparently. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Why'd you get scared, Joe Martin? Why'd you get scared, Joe Martin? But yeah, we're trying to look and see if anything else is happening. There is that big looming rumor of one more big star being released tonight. It's why I went live, thought we could hang out, talk about all of the stuff, and get it going. Haidar says, nice shirt. I know, right? It's one of my Homer shirts. I got some new Homer shirts. Pretty good stuff. Happy about it. Matt Ernie, Dave Roman made being horrible infectious. Yeah, and you know what? You have a special STD yourself. It's called awkwardness. Holy shit. Will Fuller, WWE attempted to humiliate Sandow with the Mizdow gimmick, and he was brilliant with the gimmick. Wasted. Look, I'm going to talk about that again, because I agree. He had great reactions as Mizdow, but they were starting to wane. It was only going to go so far, and that's just a reality. But how long could that have gone? How far could he have gone as Mizdow? I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a phone call. 480, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Man, Wade Barrett had so much potential.
What's that?
I said Wade Barrett had so much more potential.
Absolutely. But he also had injury problems. It seemed like every time this guy had something going, boom, he got hurt.
I think he was going to win Money in the Bank in 2014 before he got injured.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's really what I think was going to. Yeah, but I think Seth Rollins was kind of a backup plan. I really don't think Seth Rollins was the plan to win it all along. I really think they were going to go with Barrett. So it really sucks. I think what really messed them up was these WWE versus Nexus match at SummerSlam when Cena, did what he did.
Everybody's going to talk about that. I guess that's worth bringing up and talking about. Did the Nexus get fed to Cena? Did Cena kill the Nexus? I guess you can make that argument. You really can. If there's ever been a wasted angle, if there's one real good case for a wasted angle, that's the one. If there's one you really want to stand up and say, this is a problem, it was the Nexus. The Nexus had an opportunity to change wrestling, man. That was when they destroyed the ring, when they took out everybody, when Daniel Bryan was fucking choking Justin Roberts with his own goddamn tie, and all of these things, there was a chance to change the way it was going. And then for some reason, it just died. It died, and Cena stabbed it right in the face. Ugh. It's crazy.
He got freaking DDT'd on the concrete, and he still came back, and he tapped out Barrett.
He's John Cena. What do you want?
Ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But, after that, once he won the King of the Ring, I thought he was going to go somewhere after that. But, of course, they dropped him out to R-Truth a bunch of times. and that was just a disaster.
And then you have that whole
weird
booking with Neville and everything too. That was really weird. Sometimes he was beating Neville, then they would lose to Neville for like weeks in a row. It was just weird, man. He had a really good run there. I thought what was going to take him to the next level was him and Randy Orton. And then he hurt Randy, or then he got hurt. There was all kinds of weird shit that happened there. There has been some talk of Wade Barrett being kind of dangerous to work with at times, especially early in his career. Some people say that was a reason why he never really got the pushes that some people thought he should have gotten. But now, at this point, with him not happy with his spot, not happy with whatever, not going to re-sign in July anyway, going ahead and buying him out and letting him go now was a smart thing. I thought it was a classy thing too. Just kind of let it happen, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like they didn't let him go on bad terms, you know? I mean, he spoke about it on Twitter. He seemed like a...
Nobody's blasting WWE. Now, everybody who's responded, even Cameron, who just bitched about it, you know, just bitched about WWE. Even she didn't blast the WWE, and that woman is fucking nuts. You know, so it's not like everybody is coming out and going crazy. Santino was like, well, I retired in 2014 anyway, so I don't give a shit. Fucking Zeb Coulter and Hornswoggle already have gimmicks or jobs lined up. They're already going to be showing up over at Global Force Wrestling already. They already got booked. So really, nobody seems to be very upset by it because none of them were on TV. The only one who had anything going on currently was Alex Riley, who's about to get his face kicked in by Shinsuke Nakamura on Wednesday.
That's the one I really don't get. I mean, I don't know why they let Riley go. That kind of surprised me.
Injuries, I bet, have a lot to do with that. It has a lot to do with that, if I had to guess. That's what I think. Hey, I appreciate the call, Matt J. You have yourself a good night, buddy.
See ya.
Take it easy. Joining me now for the first time in over a week, my good buddy from XLT Live Podcast, Too Tall. What's going on, man?
What's up, old guy?
I know, I'm fucking old, man.
What is up?
Nothing much, man. Fucking talking about all this craziness that's happening. The 8 people been released. People are freaking out because they were all so close to the main event.
Oh, yeah, right. You need more pyro for Brock Lesnar, so we got to release 8 people so we can buy that extra pyro.
Got to have that extra pyro.
Gots to have that extra pyro.
It's a good investment.
Yeah, pyro is very good. Brock Lesnar needs pyro. Kane needs pyro.
Who do you think pays for those Chris Jericho scarves? I mean, come on.
Right, seriously. $15,000. Chris Jericho's pyro is much needed, too.
Absolutely. And that jacket, oh, man. He said that was $15,000? Fuck.
I know. Everything's $15,000 in Chris Jericho's fucking bank account. That's all transactions when you look at it, just $15,000 out.
I bet his accountant hates him.
Yeah.
Not everything costs $15,000, Chris. Not everything. That's what they said at the store, baby.
Why is he overpaying for a McDouble? What the fuck is he paying $15,000 for a McDouble right now?
Because it's delicious, baby. Ask him.
Ask him. Oh, shit. What a fucking awesome day, though.
I know, lots of news. Well, I mean, not for them. Not for the guys that got released.
For me.
Oh, okay.
Battlefield 1. Oh, jizz in my pants.
Oh, did you? I saw that you were live doing a live reaction.
Oh, dude, it was fucking amazing. Like, watching that trailer. I watched it like 25 times already. So that was fucking awesome.
That's a lot of watching. That's a lot of binge watching.
I don't want to take over with Battlefield. But, yeah, man. Fuck it. You know, people got released. It was a long time. A lot of them a long time coming. It's just simple as that.
Yeah, it really is what's come down to. It's just like a lot of them were a long time coming. I know you're particularly upset about Cameron. If you want to talk about your emotions, it's okay.
I cried.
I am sure.
I cried.
It was hard.
A little bit with Cameron.
It's hard for us all, man. It's hard for us all. I got to admit, I'm a little bit intrigued here. What happened with Battlefield? He got re-released. What is it? Because I'm a little intrigued.
Battlefield, well, no. So let me just kind of break it down for you.
Because we got some time here. Because I'm waiting for the next big one to drop. Because I'm hearing another name is going to drop, and I'm going to wait a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hearing. Well, I don't want to say, but I'm hearing who it is too. That's why I have my thumbnail up so I can edit it over if I need to. But because I'm doing my show tonight at 10.
I was going to be going later, but I was going at the same time, and then I changed it to this, so I can go with this fucking hopefully breaking any fucking second news, but we'll see.
Yeah. That'd be good. You can just change the title and just as it's live. That'd be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Call of Duty released the trailer, Infinite Fuck Garbage Warfare, like 2 weeks ago or something. It's got like the most disliked video game trailer ever. It's like over 300,000 dislikes easily. And then Battlefield like developers gave shit to Call of Duty on Twitter saying like this is pretty much talking like this is garbage and poop. I don't know why you're releasing this.
Right.
And the only reason people are going to buy Call of Duty this upcoming fucking cycle is because Modern Warfare is going to be remastered and you can play that remastered with like 10 original maps and everything. Like just everything's remastered. So Battlefield, the smart people they waited for Call of Duty to drop their fucking poop and it smelled pretty bad. So they did a live stream on Twitch and YouTube and everything, and I went live during the thing, doing like a reaction show, and the trailer just blew my fucking mind. Like Battlefield 1, they took it back to, because there's Battlefield 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. So they took it back to Battlefield 1, but the concept is it's like World War 1 type. That's all. They're bringing it back. Like Call of Duty keeps going into. Yeah, Call of Duty keeps going into like fucking jumping around 20 feet in the air and now space and shit, and nobody gives a fuck really about somebody jumping in the air 15 feet and shooting somebody. It's not interesting. Like parkour, Battlefield's not interesting.
Hardcore parkour.
Yeah. And so Battlefield just like, oh, we can still make a game about actual battles and shit, so we're going to take it back to World War 1 era and just destroy your poop. And they laid a golden poop on the right next to that Call of Duty. There's like a golden poop that automatically destroyed the shitty poop. So
nice.
It's a sexy 1 minute and 13 seconds. I've literally watched it 25 times.
I don't blame you. Sometimes you got to do that. I've done that with some trailers in my day as well. Got to binge watch them.
Yeah, it was. It was sexy as fuck. It was so good. It was so good. And like for me, Battlefield was the first person shooter I played in the United States.
Oh, so you had a special connection to it.
Yeah, I almost cried on stream, not gonna lie. Almost cried on stream because
it probably kind of reminded you of home too.
Well,
not World War One, obviously, but
right. I'm old now, so I can separate that emotion from what I'm saying. Like, but like Battlefield for me was the first time I ever got into computers because I had to buy a video card to play Battlefield Vietnam, like one of the original ones. So like that's a little special because that got me into the whole computers and like the internals of a computer and building computers. And then Battlefield 2 got me into building my own rig. So it was like. It connected me in video games and connected me in like computer software and stuff, and it was really fun. So
it's always nice when video games has that special connection, and you can go watch something and just kind of brings it out in you, man. That's cool stuff.
Yeah, that's really what it is. And I hated Battlefield 3. It wasn't that fun for me. Battlefield 4 was okay when it came out, but it came out broken. Which again, you never know. The new one might come out broken too. Which that's how it rolls out. People don't finish games; they just release it. But
right, we'll fix it later. What do they care?
Right, exactly.
They only paid $60. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, and I mean, the crazy thing for me is that I haven't been interested in a shooting game in over 7 years. Like literally, really? Like I'll buy them, but I'm not like, oh my god, this is the coolest shit I've seen.
Over them, yeah.
And in comparison to Call of Duty's trailer, which was not a gameplay trailer, and Battlefield was not either. Battlefield 1 was not a gameplay trailer. It was just like a cinematic trailer, and they said footage from the engine that they're using in the game. And they're going in depth, like it's fucking fun. It just I don't want to kill your stream with Battlefield.
No, you're good. I actually can't play those games, man.
Yeah, I know we talked. Yeah,
I got like PTSD about it. I cannot play war games. I can't watch war movies anymore. I used to love war movies. Can't watch them. Yeah. Can't watch them. Can't play. Like I was playing one of the I think it was whatever had the zombies in it. I was. I think it was Call of Duty. It was one of the Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty, one of the first ones, like World War I or World War II. I think it was
something
Call
like
of Duty.
That.
What the fuck was that game called?
I was playing it. It might have even been Modern Warfare or something. I don't know, but it was fucking my goddamn face up. Like some of the explosions were just a little too real, and I was playing in surround sound and shit. And
you can't do it now. Like you right now, like back then that was like garbage, like compared to graphics, like it was, I'm sure it was the thing. But now you would like literally, I think, have like an attack at this point.
Like it wasn't so bad at first, right? And then after like a couple of days of playing, I started having nightmares again. And like from this, when I first came back from Iraq, the first time back in 2004, I was waking up having nightmares. And I was starting to have them again, so I had to stop playing it. I just never picked it up again. I was like, fuck this, dude.
It's understandable.
Terrifying. Flashbacks. Look out for Charlie up in the tree. Terrible. Terrible. So switching gears back to this situation here, because I actually find the Battlefield thing very interesting. But switching gears back to the surprise. Now I'm sure we're hearing about the same guy, but who's your guy? Who are you hearing is going to be the big name?
Zack Ryder.
Really? I have not heard that.
I've heard some people. I actually somebody also. Like, I started reading around and started digging a little bit, like further than like just Google search. Started digging like in the depths of fucking the internet. And then somebody also as I was digging, somebody just fucking messages me and was like, "Hey, did you hear about Zack Ryder? Might be the next big name or whatever." And I was like,
"Wow."
I've been hearing about it, but not crazy. But I have been hearing about it.
Wow, so, I have not heard that one.
That doesn't make sense though, because even though Zack Ryder, yes, he's lost to the Miz, and then he lost to Rusev recently, but he's also fucking over as hell, like legitimately over when he's in the ring. So that was a little bit more surprising.
And he's getting more time as of late. So that would be surprising. Like the names I've heard, the one that was going around about 4 hours ago was kind of a release, but more of a retirement, and that was Randy Orton.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that would be the big one.
That would be huge. That would be
the big one.
Because apparently his picture got removed from the WWE website for a little while this morning with all the stuff that's going on. People kind of jumped to conclusions, and then I guess they did some digging. And they found out that there was some talk that he may not be able to come back. So that's how the rumor got started, I assume. But Ryback makes sense for everything that's been happening. Ryback makes a lot of sense. But he was out the door anyway. Same thing with Wade Barrett. So that wouldn't be a big shock. I got a feeling Adam Rose is not going to survive this round of cuts. I'm kind of surprised he didn't get cut already. But the other one, for some reason, I know he just re-signed not that long ago. But Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler seems like he could be that name that would just shock me.
Why the fuck would Dolph Ziggler beat, fucking Baron Corbin if we're going to do that? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that is weird. But then again, Alex Riley just got announced for a match for Shinsuke Nakamura. What a fucking goodbye present that is, huh?
Yeah, here you go, fucker. I want you to get your shit kicked in by Nakamura, and then goodbye.
We're going to wreck your face. You're not going to be able to get a job anywhere now. So, of everybody who got released, who do you think is going to sign with somebody the soonest?
I don't think Barrett's going to sign. Like, I don't see Barrett going to, Impact shit wrestling at any point in time. I could see Riley maybe signing I don't know. I think his heart's into it, but his injuries fucking overshadow his whole career. So it's just.
Yeah. He's another one who's got a lot of them.
Yeah. I can see Riley. I can see if Randy Orton's gone, if that's his fucking truth, then he's not doing anything. He's just done. Yeah,
he'd be done. No, they're not going to release Randy. It would be a retirement situation, I'd assume.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything about his injury being that shitty though, so I don't know.
The last I heard, I read something the other day where his rehab is going very slow. But he is recovering, but it's just going slower than people thought. And I read the same article it had with Seth Rollins coming back in June. So
yeah, but also read that Seth Rollins, when he's in front of fans, he limps, like they are actually pushing him to limp a little more.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that. I've read stuff like that. So it's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird.
I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. I'm expecting at some point Barrett to show up somewhere. He is 35. If he is going to wrestle, he's not going to take a long time off of wrestling. So we'll see what he decides to do. But he's had a lot of injury problems that people don't talk about. People don't say, hey, well, every time that he's had a big push, he's gotten hurt. People forget that part of the story. Sandow's going to sign somewhere else. I think he's the most likely to sign somewhere soon. He'll sign somewhere soon. And then everybody's going to see him fall on his fucking face. And I don't want that because I like Sandow. But how fucking... Was Mizdow going to be world champion? Was that ever going to happen? I don't think so.
Was Mizdow going to be world champion? No.
No,
brothers.
No, it wasn't happening. Kyo310 says, somebody should give Reigns a pot brownie. Man, I'm up for that. That would actually be kind of entertaining. That would be actually pretty entertaining. Hydar101 says, how Heath Slater and David Otunga are still on there is beyond me. Good point. David Otunga,
all he does is the pre-show stuff.
He does do
and it's not like
pre-shows.
David Tonga suffers by getting released by the WWE.
Well, he has
Like
a
the
big
guy's-
Hollywood connection too. I know he does a lot of charity work and stuff for the WWE,
Yeah.
and he's married to Jennifer Hudson, so that does not hurt at all.
Right.
But I don't think Heath Slater should be. I like Heath Slater.
I don't think Heath Slater's going.
But he has been missing the last couple of shows, so it's a possibility.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do? That's the question. Oh, we have a Damien Sandow put out something. He put out a statement, and this is what he put out. As noted, WWE released Damien Sandow. This is courtesy of WrestlingInc.com, by the way. WWE released Damien Sandow, King Barrett, Hornswoggle, El Torito, Cameron, Zeb, blah, blah, blah. And this is what Aaron Damien Sandow had to say on his Twitter. Wow, trending worldwide for 3+ hours. Sorry, I didn't notice I was at Churchill Downs. Okay, here it goes. bookingdow@gmail.com. Yep. He's going for it. He's going to try to capitalize on this.
He's going to be
love
on Pro Wrestling Tees. He's going to be on all that.
Oh, yeah.
In a matter of like 2 hours.
He'll probably show up at Ring of Honor if I had to guess.
That won't be bad. A lot of people have left the WWE and came back. I mean, look at Luke fucking Gallows.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like the end of the world for these people, especially for the ones that would probably want to come back at some point.
Which I think there's only two possibilities. Damien Sandow and King Barrett. Everybody else was old, useless, or a midget. Or hurt, retired.
Yeah, or hurt, right.
You know, I mean, fucking, how long has Santino Marella been retired? He's been retired since 2014, according to him. So, and Cameron tries to pin people on their stomach.
Yeah. Count it, ref. What do you mean, bitch? What do you mean, count it, motherfucker? Do you know what you're doing right now?
Somebody call your mama.
Right.
Let's bring in Bear Bear. Bear Bear is always trying to have sex with me, and it's kind of creepy. Bear Bear, you're live with Dead on Dave and Too Tall. What you got?
Hey, Too Tall, how are you doing?
What's up, hooker?
You know, he's going to go and fucking say hi to you first just because he knows it would fucking get my goat.
David, please.
Don't call me David, fuckhead.
But you said you love me, so I think
I do love you, but not when you get too familiar.
See? You heard it, Too Tall, didn't you hear it? He just said it.
What? David loves you?
He said he loves me. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, he didn't hear the second half.
I always knew that David loved you.
Why are we David? Why are we all David?
Isn't that your name, though?
My name's Dave.
You know what the worst part about WWE releasing people is?
There you go.
I mean, you know what the worst part about WWE releasing people is? Going to this atrocious website to try to navigate your fucking way around to an article. My God, it's hard to navigate your shit. Like, well, where's the news at? Well, the first thing you click on is Roman Reigns SmackDown shit, and nobody gives a fuck. You got to go to like the bottom of the page. Oh, the ninth world to visit China's brand new profile. What the fuck is that about? That's on the website. What is this? Oh, look, they have her featured on the website. Everybody break the news right now.
Everyone freak out. They're exploiting her now that she's dead.
Whoa.
I know.
What do you got, Bear Bear?
Oh, I just wanted to say hi to Too Tall and...
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining the XLT Live show. I appreciate it.
Nope. See, I love calling into the XLT Live podcast.
Fuck off, Bear Bear. Unfucking real. I tell you, I get no respect. I tell you.
Ungrateful.
I took my dog to all right. Fuck. I fucked it up. I almost said I took my dog to a wife show. I took my wife to a dog show and she won. I tell you, I get no respect. I'm sorry. Rodney Dangerfield. I really am old man Dave.
Yeah.
Joe Martin. Dave, I'm trying to call in. I know I'm avoiding you.
Yeah. Pretty simple. I requested for you not to be called.
Well, you heard it. There's the request. I can't do it now. I've got a request. I have to honor the request. Hey, I don't know if you heard about this or not, but in the community news, Jake Link has stepped down from his hosting gig at Shot from the Point. He'll no longer be on Shot from the Point Live for the foreseeable future.
Who's Jake Link? Who's Jake Link?
Jake Link, you really?
Who's that?
Tommy's co-host for like the past 4 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, after Tommy and I had a falling out, Jake replaced me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll replace Jake.
Maybe you'll replace Jake. There you go.
Like, what's this basketball thing we're talking about?
Are you telling me they're freezing water and people are skating on it?
What is this? How do you set this up? Do you just pour water down from a faucet and then like you freeze it?
And somebody tell me, what the fuck is a Zamponi?
Yeah, what is this? What is this thing that roll out during like halfway through? Like, what the fuck's the point of this? Guy's not even paid by the team. This is bullshit.
This is retarded. What is going on here?
This vehicle, this guy keeps driving in circles. What the fuck?
Why isn't the net bigger? Why don't they hit each other with the sticks?
Yeah. You're gonna punch each other. Get a fucking knife out and stab a bitch.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.
If somebody gets a knife out, stab somebody, Tommy's going to have like the most viewed show ever.
Oh, yes, but for all the wrong reasons, because hockey would then be dead.
Right. That's what he needs. I think that's what he needs. He needs somebody to like stab somebody, like, and that'll be it. Like he'll set it off in this bitch.
Bear just changed his name to Dead on Bear Productions.
Nice. I like it.
I'm going to kill this fucking guy.
I fucking like it. I like that name.
Matt Ernie says, Dave, seriously, what if WWE drops R-Truth?
So what?
He's 50.
Yeah.
He's like 47. Yeah,
They'll go drop an album, and that's it.
He's still, they've been doing a lot with all four of those weirdos. So I don't know if they're going to.
Yeah, so they've been doing a lot with Dolph Ziggler. And if he gets dropped, then what now?
He probably won't. He's that outside name that just kept creeping in my head for some reason.
Right.
I just kept thinking about that. Oh, Cameron has some comments on her.
Uh-oh.
This should be good.
I told the WWE to learn how to pin correctly. Here's an Instagram video of it.
It's not much, but this is from her Twit Longer post on her WWE departure. Nice. Once again, courtesy of Mark Middleton over at WrestlingInc.com. Cameron says, well, it's been a pretty intense few days, to say the least. I appreciate the outpouring of love and support. Thank you for all three of those who did that for her, by the way.
Yeah, but
that I have received today.
Thank you, Pittsburgh boy. We appreciate it.
That's right. Yeah, and Too Tall's 4 accounts that he created to show you love.
Yeah, I created 4 accounts. I was like, I have to be loving her.
Have to. I don't blame you. I would like to take the time and to appropriately thank all the fans and the WWE. But before I take my final bow, Jesus Christ, let me throw back a few and take this all in. LOL. Stay tuned for my full statement. That's the greatest retirement speech or walk-away speech of all time. Fucking, how can they let this gold mine go?
What is she bowing to? Hello?
What was that?
What the fuck is she bowing to?
I don't know. Her curtain call, her final bow? I have no idea.
Oh, what if WWE releases Eva Marie and then Eva Marie signs with Brazzers? That's what I want to see.
Oh boy,
that's Dave's dream right there. I just described Dave's wet dreams.
I just got lost in the vortex, dude.
I like how KO called us idiots because he said if R-Truth gets released, he will call him racist. No, you wouldn't. How the fuck you wouldn't call him racist?
Who would call him racist?
R-Truth would call WWE racist if WWE releases it.
No, he wouldn't.
He's been with the WWE for like 15 fucking years. He ain't calling nobody racist.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Man, he's done so much for the WWE, and the WWE has let him stick around even though he's had a couple of moments where he's had some really nice spots, but other than that, he's been the what's up guy, and he's done it mostly in his 37 to 47 age span. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's definitely killed
it. He's been serviceable. I mean, whenever you need a decent match wrestled, R-Truth is there, man.
Or whenever you need somebody to hold a selfie stick that's made out of a branch and fucking duct tape.
Which is hilarious. That is funny. I'm sorry. Every time I see that stupid stick, I'm like, that's funny.
I was saying he didn't say it. Am I reading this wrong?
No, I think we misunderstood him. He was saying that R-Truth.
If they release R-Truth, the idiot will come out. Oh, there we go. The idiot will come out and say WWE is racist.
I don't think R-Truth would do that.
And then he said idiots. Well, the idiot will come out. If you said the idiot, that's correct. And then you retracted and you said idiots. I'm confused.
I have no idea.
If you're saying, but he's still not going to call him racist.
No. Why would he? Why would he? There's absolutely nothing that would point to WWE being racist towards R-Truth. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You and I talked a lot about what's his name, Titus O'Neil. Speaking of possible racism situation, right? With his, do you know how old he is?
39 or 49.
He's fucking 39 years old, man.
Yeah, he's old.
I couldn't believe that.
He's like DDP. He's like DDP. He came in really late.
Yeah.
Another football player that couldn't make it.
That's pretty crazy.
Fortunately for him.
Old as fuck.
Old as buttholes.
Yes, he is. Old as a big, flabby, fucking dust protruding butthole. It's not good. Oh, other news happening. Conor McGregor reportedly in talks to fight with Floyd Mayweather. In a boxing match.
That seems like something that should be on WrestleMania 33.
Right. Dana White has come out and said no, completely fiction. This is like the bottom feeder stuff. McGregor, Mayweather, no, it'd be very hard to pull off. I've heard Floyd is on a worldwide vacation, and Mayweather air spending millions in every country he visits. Yeah, so he's saying absolutely no way, but I don't know. You never know, man. That would make a lot of money.
Could you imagine just one guy coming into your country and increasing your fucking just your life? Like, here's this one guy, just one dude is just increasing revenue in your country. Because, like opening up a fucking dam or something.
He just throws money out, man.
Yeah, if he just pulls out of his book bag. All right, here's 50,000. I don't know what I'm buying, but I'll fucking, here you go.
Well, apparently, everywhere he goes, he brings a duffel bag with $2 million.
Yeah, the duffel bag. Yeah. There's got to be somebody with him that like, there should be, he has to pay somebody like an advisor to shake his head no or yes when he makes a decision. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you should pay this one guy, let's say like $10,000 a week, like because you can afford it.
Yes.
And the guy's just there to he's not on camera. Mayweather's about to do something like in front of like TMZ or something, and then the guy's in the distance shaking his head left to right no or up and down for yes. Like this is a good move, this is a bad move. You don't want to take that money out. You want to put that money back. You know, it's just that's who I would hire, because I feel like I would come to like. I would just throw money out like him. I would, you know. So I would hire somebody that says, "Nah, not the best decision you've made, but not the worst one." So you can still kind of do it if you want. Yeah,
like a conciliary. Just like the mafia always has the one Jew who just tells them, "Okay, that's good, that's not good, money wise, this wise, whatever." That is what he needs. He just needs, and I'm sure he has one.
He would have to.
He has to.
He would have to. It would only make sense.
Jay Davis, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, up in the chat. Let me tell you, pal, if a guy gets over with the crowd like Damien Sandow did, how does WWE not keep him hot? I have never seen such mismanagement, Dave. Okay, first, I don't know why you're getting all hot and crazy using my name in fucking vain. First off.
It's all Dave's fault.
It's like my fucking fault. Second, there has been worse mismanagements of wrestlers than Damien Sandow. Like, fucking Wade Barrett is a way bigger fucking waste of talent than Damien Sandow. He was over as Mizdow. He had a Mizdow gimmick that was going to be it. Who knows how big that would have gotten? I don't know how big it would have gotten. Can't say for certain.
Oh God, why is this happening? Renee Young, Lana, part of the.
Oh, you didn't know about that.
Oh God, I just fucking threw up my mouth.
You didn't know that? Oh, I'm a little excited about that because of Dean Ambrose is going to be on film. You never get to see anything with Dean Ambrose and Renee Young. Now we're going to see them film together, and apparently it's hilarious.
Yeah. What? I'm just wait. I like how WWE is like, yeah, we're just gonna. I like how they announced the release, and then the next tweet's like, let's talk about Cesaro. All right, guys, because that's the next tweet. Like what's the next tweet we can do where we won't get hated on? Let's talk about Antonio Cesaro.
Now you use the first name. Biggie Langston. Now we're both fucked. We're in trouble.
Biggie Langston. and every tweet they tweet out, and I was like, "Are you fucking high, motherfuckers?" And then the next tweet was Triple H being retweeted by WWE. Like, that's a good move, dude. It's a good move.
There you go. I'm the gamer. So I've been getting asked this question in the chat, so I figure I might as well ask you too. Have you seen Camp WWE yet?
No, people have been telling me you need to go watch it.
Oh, you got to watch it.
People have been telling me you need to go watch Camp WWE, and I'm like, I will get there.
I almost want to watch it with you and just do a reaction because here's the thing. You shouldn't like this show. Like, nobody should like this show because the jokes are not always great, but it's so fucking crazy. And there are a few absolutely laugh out loud moments. It's fucking great. And Vince does such a good job. And it's really cool, man. You got to watch it. I'm surprised you haven't watched it yet, man.
No, I've been like doing all the shit I've been doing, and then on top of that, fucking waking up at 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning.
Oh yeah, you got the new job, the new responsibilities.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. I've been lost in Cubs ecstasy lately because the Cubs are so good. It gives me orgasms daily.
Nice.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. When you get to come multiple times a day just for no reason, walking around thinking about the Cubs, pop a boner and come. It's a good day.
All right.
Excited about it.
Works out for people, man.
Yeah. I mean, my balls hurt, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I know. I don't know. So we're waiting around here, but I don't know if anything's gonna pop here.
I think they've done the first wave. I mean, I'm sure there's more coming, but the first wave is over.
Yeah. So here's what we'll do, man. We're going to take a few more calls, and I might even – you know what? It's up to Tutal. If Tutal says I can take Joe Martin's call, I'll take Joe Martin's call. But I'm not taking it if Tutal does not sign off on it because that's what type of a courteous friend I am. But everybody else, if you want to call in, I've seen a couple others. I'll take your calls now, and then we'll jump up out of here. And if something happens and I'm still awake, I'll jump back on live, and we'll talk about it. So there I
love these breaking news stories where it's like already talking about Randy Orton and shit. It's like, just read the fucking article before you talk about it.
I'm sure there are plenty of sites, plenty of YouTubers who are already doing it.
Oh yeah, that's why for me, I have no problem waiting until 10 o'clock, going to the regular scheduled time to do a WTF show.
Yeah.
And just talking about it, hanging out. I have no problem. Like I just, I like this immediate 2-minute bullshit. I just don't care.
Yeah. Well, what's the point of it? What's the point of it? We can't confirm anything.
Right. Yeah. Fucking. I like this guy's asshole, and it seems like Randy Orton's gonna be gone.
Why don't they just start the show like this? I really wanted to deceive you into getting hits for my channel. Okay. Hope you don't mind.
You can do it that way.
Fuck.
You can do that.
Yeah. Just say it.
Like I have two or three other thumbnails lined up to change my shit out if I go live.
Yeah.
But I'm sure in the next 3 hours we'll know something if something else happens.
I'm sure I'll be asleep too.
I'm not even fucking. Wade Barrett's pretty big news to me.
I think he's the biggest name. Yeah, but he is 35 years old and he has a litany of fucking injuries. I mean, he's had so many injury problems, and I think that has a lot to do with it. I think they did the right thing too, by the way, of not letting it go until July. He wasn't going to resign, so they just worked it out and they fucking bought him out and let him go now. I like that. It's a good move. It's classy. There's no fucking bridges being burned on either side. He can always come back if he wants to, I'm sure.
What the fuck?
So, but yeah, he was the biggest one for me. Sandow is obviously the most controversial because, there are some fucking Sandow lovers out there. And I'm a fan. I like Damien Sandow. But
right.
It makes sense because they're not using him for whatever reason. We have no idea why. Maybe it's because he's a self-promoting whore. I have no idea. Because they didn't seem to like the Zack Ryder thing when he was doing it after a while. They kind of just cooled on
Zack Ryder tried it the second time around. It didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Like when Zack Ryder released the internet videos about him smashing his United States championship, it just didn't work out. Like you smashed the championship, you dick. Like
what were you expecting to happen?
Oh yeah, right. I'm determined, so I'm gonna go break this fucking thing I've earned in the WWE.
We'll make you a world champion.
Yeah, you smash one title, we'll just get you the world championship.
Exactly.
That's the next rule.
Oh, he's
and then
edgy.
He got stuck on NXT. Yeah, he's edgy.
He's
like his
edgy.
original videos were awesome. The whole getting over and he was climbing over a fence. That's funny and shit, and it worked. But smashing a WWE title, not so much.
Not a good idea. Probably not the smartest thing in the world to do.
I wonder if you got an IC title, like if you got to keep one, because he only held it for like 20 hours.
Yeah, right. Probably not.
Right.
Probably not. Poor guy. You and I both really thought something else was happening. And nothing. He's back with Mojo Rawley. Oh, no.
Yeah, that was taped like a week ago.
It wasn't taped that long ago. They like taped him like May 2nd or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get the farewell match of Alex Riley. That one, I don't really like that release. I like Alex Riley. I do. But he's also 35. He's also had an unbelievable amount of injuries. So it was probably time, but still. And he gets a beat down on the way out the door by Shinsuke Nakamura. That's like the worst going away present ever.
Sounds right.
And then we'll get to hear Corey Graves scream, Shinsaka!
Yeah.
Because he really likes to say that. So, well, there you have it, folks. There you have it. Too Tall will be live over on his channel at what time?
10 tonight.
10 Eastern Standard Time for the WTF show. Woo woo. And if something happens between now and then and I'm awake, I'll go back live and I'll talk about it, because if the big news does break, I do want to talk about that. And if not, maybe I'll jump on Too Tall's there if he doesn't mind. Maybe I'll call in his show for a while.
Oh, yeah. You're going to call my show.
If I'm awake, I might.
What a fucking crock that is.
No, let's get emotional.
What a damn crock. Dave never calls my show.
Well, it's because I'm asleep, motherfucker. What do you want from me to do?
Lies.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, man. It's been a good time. We had fun. Talked about all the stuff that's happened with the spring cleaning of WWE today. A lot of good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. But take a few seconds, and send a tweet to some of these guys. If you were a fan, send a tweet, man. Send a quick little tweet. Let them know, we appreciate what you did, because it's unfortunate when a wrestler loses his job under any circumstances. So if you were a fan of any of these, go ahead and shout them out, man. Maybe they'll never respond, but who knows? Maybe you'll become famous for it. Isn't that what everybody's dream is? Uh-oh.
Yeah, donate $1 million to me.
Yes.
Please.
Do that. I'd like that.
I will not accept anything else but $1 million donation. Anything else you donate, I will return right back to you.
I won't. I will keep all of it now.
I will keep all of that. Well,
I'm going to keep it all and the $1 million.
And the $1 million.
I need the $1 million. Someone should really hook me up with $1 million. I could do a lot with $1 million. A lot. So, but thank you guys very much for joining us right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time, which will be tomorrow night. If nothing else happens, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, myself and Jeff the Huffman will be talking about baseball and touch 'em all. That's right. We'll be doing our baseball thing. So make sure you're here for that. Thank you guys very much. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button on the way out, folks. Holy shit. Hit the like button, and we'll see you next time. As always, if you don't have talent, have a Too Tall XLT Live podcast. Go check them out. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious, folks. Peace.